Shalom, Sister Deborah. Was just in the water, and I want to share something with you all right quick. A lot of things that's taking place. I want to let you all know that is clearly seen, but not clearly seen. Um, what they are doing is, and what they have done is, they have issued so much this country funds out to the wealthy to prepare for people. You don't even have to be poor. You can be middle class or to really prepare to put a people into poverty and to put where the people won't be able to live, won't be able to afford certain things. I couldn't see it, and nor was I looking for this. It just came to me in the water that the funds in which they are issuing out, we get as people who are getting the little stimulus check. It's called hush money. It's like death row. It's your last meal. And a lot of people don't understand what is right before, and they care not to. But I just wanted to share, when you with Yah, it's a lot of it you don't take to heart. You don't ride on that horse called troubled or weary or weary. Okay, you ride on that horse called hope and faith. But it was telling me about the funds that they're giving out went to people who have money, that they can grip this money and add it on to what they have, just to put the poor and the middle class in what you call poverty, to the point where places to live, places to go, and how to travel. All this is going to be given to the wealthy. It's so much going up. The wealthy is going to prepare. So it's now we see where it's Democratic against Republicans, black against the whites. But this is another entity that's behind the beast's right hand. You can't see it, but it's behind one of his moves. And his right hand is starting something amongst the less fortunate or the poor versus the wealthy. So the wealthy decided to play the role as best as they can, because they see all this free money being ushered to them. They don't know what to do with it, but they know that it's about grabbing everything that you can to keep it out of the hands of the poor and the middle class. And they're doing an excellent job. Rent has gone up tremendous. People are renting houses that they used to rent, say for 700-800. They're renting it now for 2,000. I'm telling you, they have given all this money, and to where people who have property, they're getting rid of it just to buy other properties so that they can rent them out, okay, or to flip them for more. Because what the government did is they made their way so clear so that the mark of the right hand of the beast would put the people in poverty so deep to where they accept anything and all the control of the beast. See, that's another entity that the beast hides behind. And I thank the Most High for it, because I was in the water and he was telling me, and I wouldn't have never really, it wouldn't have never dawned on me, because I could see the racial war. I can see that coming. I can see the nation against nation. I can see that. I can see Democratic against Republicans. I can see all of that, but I did not see how what they did when they were giving the poor quiet money, okay, hush money, and giving them their last meal on death row, while they make sure that a level of people that you would call wealthy, that they can keep getting and having, so that they can be a war in itself over the poor. You see, so they can keep them in line. So that's what they went out buying property. They went out buying business. They went out buying a lot of things and getting more and more. So the reason why I had to bring this to you right here and now, because when he gave it to me, so it matches up where he said they're gonna be buying and selling. We know that the wealthy and the poverties and those that's on unemployment and those that's struggling, it's not them that's gonna be buying and selling. So what is going on? That's the other entity of the beast. He's gonna make sure, and these people who are buying this stuff and having this stuff, you can consider them. I can consider them as wealthy. I don't even consider them as middle class because they're actually are playing into the role, but they don't understand the beast gonna cut them out too. That's what he just preparing them so that they can be the overseer while they're study planning everything else. And this would be another one that the poor and the middle class will look at as having everything. And that's why they're buying and selling like big time. If you see all this stuff that's going on, like with GameStop, MGC, I mean the movie theater, AMC, I mean a lot of them. The wealthy are buying stuff up like crazy because it's a form of the beast power that he's given them, and they're buying and selling like crazy. But they so ignorant they can't see that hey, that's still the biblical. That's still walking the will of the Father out. So this need be, but I thank the Most High that He have put that before me because I did see the nation against nation, brother against brother. I do see Republicans against Democratic. I see all of that, but I did not see this one coming where the wealthy is preparing to oversee us by making things high, renting to certain people, and leaving the poor out there. Because if you really, no one paid attention to it. And like Charles was telling me, he said, why is it that the people can't see that they raising everything up? They give you $600, you go to the store, everything then jacked up half the price. And people are not even beholding stuff like that. They not bothered by it because people thinking I got my big screen TV, I got cable, I got my cell phone, I got my car. That's the mindset. That's those that's walking in darkness and can't see the light. And when it's time for them to see the light, the door is going to be closed because everything is set before you. He left the light on since Genesis. The light has always been on that we may find our way. So when that door is closed, understand, this took place thousands of years, the light being on. Okay, and I thank the Most High for the light because the light shows us our directions and which way we should go. Okay, so he was just sharing that with me in the water. How? Because I was like, I'm looking for them signs where they be buying and selling. And lo and behold, I'm seeing it in the last week so heavily. I saw it right when they issued that first stimulus check. But all the pieces came together when I was in the water about 10 minutes ago. He was saying that that's another action of the beast. He's calling he has brought forth the people with money to buy out the wealthy, the small business. You see what I'm saying? To buy out people who got property they can't afford to keep it because the people are not paying their rent, and so on and so on. They buying all of it. They buying it out. And those who got 4 and 5 different properties, they're holding on to it and they buying everything out because many are turning it over because they can't afford it. So they actually taking from the poor and making themselves even richer. But they don't understand the beast is coming to them next. After they have felt that they have gotten the poor and the middle class in line to follow along with the mark, oh, they don't have no problem. They know they got the wealthy. And they don't understand. They're coming after them next. Because the beast in his main power punches is in Israel and Jerusalem right now. They rule the world. At least they think they do. So they don't care about. They don't need United States no more. They have read the prophecies. They done seen everything that's consistent. They don't care about this country anymore. This country can't do nothing for them anymore. It's gone. They know it. The heathens know it. The Gentiles know it. It's just the people the ignorance of a people that's still walking around here. We the Hebrew is. And so what? Now what? You get it's just something to that to me. It just bothers me to know that we don't have men that are protectors and leaders and true kings. And yes, you can say what you want, women. You silly women can follow that, but you got to someday realize, even when the door is closed, the light is on right now, but it ain't gonna be on for long. The door is cracked for you to come in so you can see the light and head to that light that you see cracked in that door. If you don't, you're gonna be out there with your kings and your leaders and your rulers of man. Okay, so I'm saying to you, it's something to think about and to see, because the day that they passed that stimulus, every store went up on prices and no one paid any attention to it. I was hooping and hollering about it because I was like, I didn't get no stimulus, but still I was hooping and hollering because I was telling Charles, and Charles was like, I know it, because he said he works at Walmart. He does work for Walmart. He said they jacked up on everything. So that even when they give you something, they're gonna run it up because they don't want you to be able to get anything. They're trying to bring you to the low of the low. So when they get to control you and they get the mark, fully you, mark you. Believe me, the test, I think, is like I said from 9 months ago. The test is the biggest one, y'all. It has that biochemical. It has something on it. That test and the vaccine, those are things that's all connected to this mark. And this is the saddest thing about it. This is what's sad about it. Did you all know, whether you know it or not, the prophetess is finna reveal it to you? Say, for instance, one person in your household has the test or has taken the mark. Your whole house is tainted. Your whole house is tainted. Because the intent is, if we can get enough of them vaccine or tested, either or, it's going to spread. Whatever this is they have, and don't let them start the 5G. I think they're going to up it to a 7 to 8. But I believe that, but I believe that whatever they do, they know that they're not worried about getting everybody. Because we don't have to get everybody, just enough of them to where every household will be tainted based on that one being tested or even the vaccine. So when you disobey the voice of the Most High Shah's prophets and his prophetess, these are things you ask for. And I know a lot of you are never going to be able to discern the prophet nor the prophetess because you got too much flesh understanding. You got too much flesh reigning in you. And the Most High told me, if they didn't comprehend my spirit, Deborah, they're not going to comprehend your voice. And he said it's not important that someone get it. It's not to him. It's not important that the house of Israel nor the tribe of Judah go to the light. It's just important that their ears have heard. And it was always present in them. So when they stand before me, they're going to see my justice and my righteousness. Because see, they thinking that they can mislead people here. And when they get to there, they going to be good to go. Oh, we going over to the Jerusalem. All of us going. Yeah, you go head on. Where you going and all, let me tell you something. I want no part in it. I want to follow the Most High Yah. I want to be at a distance behind him so I can see his every move. If he say go here, if he go here, I may go in those directions. I am not going to be one running, talking about I'm going to the New Jerusalem. We the people. People in what? So our sister Deborah said that is another warning to inform you, just to give you some insight that it matches the biblical as well, where they're going to be buying and selling, because you look for that. And when you see that, wait a minute, I don't see it to that capacity, buying and selling. You see? Buying and selling. Right now, people are hooping and hollering about they don't have the money. Okay? So selling, buying and selling, I think this is where a people who has the money is going to be training to take it away from the poor and the middle class. They're training for that because that's a mission in itself. Once they can get that, then they can control from the middle class all the way down. So I, Sister Deborah, say unto you, shalom and shalom.